please ensure that you have read and understood all instructions on the screen before undertaking this job. Start by parking the vehicle on flat, level ground with the handbrake applied. Turn the vehicle off and ensure both front and rear wheels are suitably chocked and the vehicle is safely secured before proceeding.
What's up guys, today we're going to be installing a set of our Hyperflex arm on a 76 series cruiser. Obviously the same for your 78, 79 cruisers as well. This one's going to be very similar to the Superflex arm installation, although we're going to be repeating the passenger side on the driver's side, as Hyperflex is just two of our Superflex arm design. First things first, we're going to start by pulling the old arms out so we can get in there. With this one as well, you are going to have to remove the rear tie rod from the back of the diff, as this has a hole for the tie rod to thread through. I want to start with removing the front two bolts out of the diff completely. That way the diff's free to rotate, and then we can begin on installing the driver's side arm. Before pulling any bolts out, you want to make sure that the diff is supported, especially like we are working up on the hoist. If you're working at home, it's very easy to just put the chassis on jack stands, have your trolley jack underneath the diff housing itself. That way you've got some support for the diff. It can't just drop away. It makes things a lot safer to work under the car. So now we've got the nuts off these back two bolts. It's time to support the arm using just your soft blow, dead blow hammer. Knock that front bolt out. It'll swing down. You obviously just want to support the weight of the arm. That way we can get back, pull this back bolt out without dropping the arm away and get it removed nice and safely. I'm gonna have to unbolt the sway bar. I'm gonna tilt it up out the way and just hold it up. I'll probably just hold it up with a strap or a zip tie or something like that. So obviously with our Superflex arms, we cut that factory sway bar mount off the top of the radius arm mount on the diff housing. With your Hyperflex arms, you're gonna be repeating that process, as now the sway bar mounts on top of your radius arms with your Hyperflex arms. Now we've cut the sway bar mount off, we've given it a quick clean up with the flap disc. We'll give it a quick spray and some paint. Let that dry off. We'll come back in 20 minutes and fit the radius arm up. Put the plates up on the front mount of the diff housing. That way these can hang and then we can lift the arm into the back. Making sure when lifting the arm into place, you slot the rear tie rod that's behind the diff between the two bushes in the arm, so it sits between, as this is the clearance point on the Landcruisers. Once that's into place like that, you can lift those plates into position, sliding the lower bolt through, and then begin by moving to the back of the arm to slide that main bolt through as well. Now it's time to start torquing the bolts of spec that are shown on screen now, starting at the diff end of the radius arm, making sure these are torqued up using Loctite 262. Whilst we're doing this, make sure you leave the rearmost bolts that are mounted to the chassis completely loose, lowering the vehicle back onto the ground under its own weight. Then we can use that Loctite 262 and tighten these up, making sure there's no extra torque put into those bushes from lowering it down to ride height. Righto, that's it, you are done, ready to hit the road. Hyperflex arms installed, ready to go out and get the best flex out there.